Hi, hello. This time I'm here to show you an amazing knot. Now I have seen this knot for the first time in the YouTube channels. So the first time I saw this knot was in the video named How to Make the Eternity Knot Macrame Tutorial by Sasha. So in the Sasha Macrame YouTube channel. When I saw it there, actually this video is 1 day ago. So I saw it, I was mesmerized by the knot. It's just this little one here in the middle. When I saw it, I start looking in my books for it, trying to see if someone has this knot on my books. And I found one old book, a book published by Doubleday in 1944 by Clifford W. Ashley. So it is the famous, really famous, The Ashley Book of Knots. Now in this chapter of single strand lanyard knots, he has a knot, this knot, it's the number 583. It has no name, and if I clearly understood the English, because I'm not English so I don't understand it 100%, but if I clearly understood it, he claims apparently that this knot was original, so it was developed by himself. Now that is interesting. I also was seeing in the YouTube channels because there are several channels in YouTube with this knot. And there is a variation of this knot also. They presented another slightly different form in the end, and all with the same knot, with the same names. Someone like this that I am here, someone with a slight different variation, but it all gives the same knot basically. And I was trying to see who was the first who introduced this knot on YouTube. Now I was back, and I found, I don't know if it was the first, but I found one video 10 years ago in the Tying It All Together YouTube channel. So there is a channel, Tying It All Together, that has this knot 10 years ago. So it was the longest far away that I could find. I don't know if there is more. This is just because we must always respect the knots, right? And respect who first presented the knots. And if I'm going to present this knot on my YouTube channel, I want to say to people, well, no, it was not me that I've done it. It was not seen in some traditional old stuff that I found. No, I found it and I saw it in the YouTube channels. And then I found it in a classical book of knots. But what did I did to this knot? I improved it to a macrame use. And so this knot is not made around this tool. It's just floating free in the air. So what I have developed here, actually it is my gift to the knot. When I saw the knot, I fell in love for the knot. And as it is, I give it this. So I gave something to the knot itself. Is this one square knot under, one square knot over. And this has an effect that stays all around the knot, improving it, bringing it to the level of macrame. Now, macrame is essentially, what is macrame? Macrame is a fabric, right? I know that macrame is fringes, literally it means fringes, but we use nowadays macrame as a fabric of several knots in together that make some beautiful and useful works. So that is why I have improved this knot to a macrame fabric. I have make it together with other macrame knots, and I insert this here. It was very obvious, and here it is. So what is this? Is a medallion, right? It's a medallion. We can use it in the necklace. It's very good in the chest. It stays wonderfully. So I put this one here into colors, and this size very different from the other, just for you to see the structure of the knot. But now I'm going to make it just for us to see how I have developed this improvement to the knot itself. And I'm going to show you a small necklace. Now this small necklace, now this is a jewel, right? This is an impressive jewel. Take a good look at this. Now this work is so impressive that when it is made, if you take a good look only at the gold structure of this, I put here another one so to keep these ends close together. Although this is so stiff that they open, they always open, so they don't. Well, I cannot do nothing. But if you take out these and just look at the effect of the square knot with the knot and then the other square knot, we have a necklace, right? Well, not a necklace, a ring. We can use it in a ring. Take a good look how good this can stay in a ring. Now that is something very impressive, right? We can cut it, we can glue it in the ring metal base, and if we cut these just off short here and off short here before I've made this effect. So I have it here. If we cut it here and here, then we can put this all in the ring base. And in the ring base with glue under, it will stay really strong. Of course, two component glue, not just any glue, right? And we can make amazing. Take a good look. Who is the one that does not want to have a thing like this? A ring for the fingers, right? You can also make it for the ears, those rings for the ears. And in this case, this is a necklace. This is a small necklace. I made it in two colors just for us to see, but if we do all in one color, we don't see this differentiation here. We'll see it all in one color, in gold color, for instance. So this is, well, I'm really happy, you know. I'm so happy that I could have this inspiration to make it like this. And now it gives me great pleasure to share this with all of us in the YouTube channels and in macrame channels and macrame artists. I hope that you really enjoy this, because this now it's workable. I mean, it's more workable than when it was just a freak knot. A freak knot floating in the air is one thing. A bounded knot in a macrame fabric, it's another one, right? It gives much more possibilities, of course. And I'm still working. I want more from this work, from this knot. I want more. Well, when I saw it, I didn't imagine. I start working and experimenting. When I go to sleep, I didn't take it out of my mind. You understand? And suddenly, I realized that this come all so obvious. It was so obvious. Now let's make it. Enough talking. Enough talking. Just let us go and do it. Now this small effect that I've made here is precisely as I told you, to try to keep these rope ends all together, all bound together, so they don't open. Now that one actually opens. You see it's open because I don't know why it opens, but well, it's this one does not open. I don't cut it because these actually are small pieces of rope that I have, and I'm not going to cut them because I don't have more rope. Actually, this stiff rope, it's not made anymore. This rope is in my house for some 3-5 years, you know. So this is really stiff. This is full of cotton. There is no more cotton like this in the market, I think. So the knot itself, you see, this is too much. This opens. This one goes there. This goes there. If I cut it here, they will stay all free. But if I bound them together like it was, I think it's better. But I don't know. People might actually think or have a taste for this. This opening is not bad itself. So if I cut it like this, the medallion is still a medallion. And actually it is much more coherent, because now they don't have here something that actually it can broken the harmony. There is an harmony, one in the center and two, one in each side. So if I put one more here, well, it's not this harmony anymore, it will be another thing. So undoing the square knot, undoing this square knot, we are going to make this all just now, and now we have the other square knot. This is my gift to the knot, you know. It's my gift to the knot, and it's my gift to all macrame workers and to all knot workers. So it is free, it is completely free, because this knot is just this, it's just this rope, it does the knot, and it is it. So I have seen these places and I've thought to myself, wow, it is asking for 2 ropes in there, right? This is the work speaking to us. So this is the knot, just the knot. If we have just the knot, all right, it is interesting. We can do several things with it. We can also do a necklace, a thing for this. We can do many things. But I have developed this thing around, and there we can have other uses. So I'm going to undo the knot, and I'm going to do it just for us to see another way of make an application to this knot. This marvelous knot, actually it is a marvelous knot. So we do it already around the string, so we pass it over. Now we pass this one over itself, and now we just insert it here, small loop. So this technically it's an overhand, a slipped overhand. So we can, if we take it out from here, it will come all apart. Now in here we do it like this, and oh my goodness, how it is, aha, it's like this. So just put it here and we pass it. This one has to catch this. It's important in this form as I am presenting it. This one has to catch this one and pass here under, from under to up. Now keep always this small turn loop in position, because this loop now I have to pass it here, and it is only this one that keeps it in position, and it is made. Now we have to carefully pull it. And now this is a knot that we have to really pull it without destroying it. So keep everything in place. So I'm pulling it in sequence. Alright. Now in here I pull it a little to the other side. I bring it through here because it is the sequence for the knot to go out. And here we have our knot. Don't know if it was out of the camera or not. How impressive. So here we have to take our time, because the more perfect this knot will stay, the better. So basically what we do when we pull this knot is we pull it from the middle, and the middle is this S that it is here. So this is all the same rope, it comes, it goes an S. So we pull it from here to this side and from here to this side until it goes out here and here, and that's all. So we have it make, and here it is around this already. Of course we can make it without passing it around these ones, and then in the end we just insert the points. But I think that it is more interesting to make it really as a macrame knot. And now what we have already not just the knot, but we have a macrame knot. That is a huge difference. So we are making now the top square knot. So making the first half knot. This half knot, it is important to stay, to pull it carefully, you know, to harmonize it so it does not pull the knot out of its structure, you know, you understand? So now we make the second half knot, and this finish the square knot, the usual square knot. Here it is. Now we just pass these two down, and we are going to do in here another square knot. Now we have this loop to this side. It is a good idea to have this loop to this side. So we pass this one first, because that will give us the loop in this side. And here we have also to be careful how much we pull. If we pull too much, actually the knot will come up. But if we pull really too much, it can also harm a little the knot. So here we have to be very careful. Too little is too little, too much is too much. It's an obvious thing, but actually it is very useful. And here we have our knot. Now in here it is important, this one actually it is in proper position, but there is a loop here that this one has to come up. Aha, you see this one is here showing we have to pull it under this one. So we have here is a perfect circling of the knot, and here a perfectly circling of the knot, and here we have our wonderful knot. It is wonderful, isn't it? Oh, I think it's beautiful, so perfect. Now in here we can leave it like this. It is already made, so the knot is already made, the macrame work is already made. Now for working the necklace, I think it's a good idea to really work it with this. Bound it together, and bound it together is by another knot. Now this knot has a name, but we don't need names for the knots. We need just the key to the work, and the key to the work is over one. So this one passes over one and now passes under one, over one, under one. So this is the key for the work, and this knot, this name is the universal name. It's its real name. Now some people they call it many things. That is the problem with names. Now we have to be careful here. We have to do this movement with all the working hand. So this one is worked, we keep it up. So this one over one, under one. So we pass it already up because it is worked. Now this one pass this over, and now has to bring this one that it is already worked. So because it is worked, it's a loop. And here we have the same movement over this one and under this one. Now for the last movement we have obviously two loops, this one and this one, so we pass over one, under one. I hope I'm not misunderstanding myself. I was misunderstanding myself. I felt that it was something bad there. I did not know exactly what, but something it was not right. So this one, under this one. I'm missing everything now. Now I'm missing everything. Well, it happens. When it happens, the best thing we can do actually is to undo it all. But I think that this is it. Over this one and under this one. But when anyone with a little experience, when things don't go at the first, the better solution is to undo it all. Now it's correct. To undo it all and begin again from the beginning. Now you see here the square knot. We have to hold this in the square knot so we can pull without collapsing the square knot and now without stressing the square knot. All right. So we are pulling all these. Just do it like that. Keep these fingers in here, because now we have to really pull it. Now we have to use the feed. So in the feed, you saw how much slack did I bring there? Take a good look how much. And so we just pull it the more tight we can, because this one, it's important to be tight, because this one is finishing the work. And as I said, this one is not part of the work. This one is just another way to finish this medallion, because the work finished there when I finished the second square knot. The work is complete there, but now I'm making this just for it not to open. And here we have the knot as it was on the first when we saw it. Here it is. It's remarkably beautiful, right? And so now if we cut it like this, in here or in here, it depends on personal taste. We can cut it even like this or like this or like this. More short, it's not usually used, but like this, we cut it and this is all together. They don't go outside. Of course that now we have here another work. So this harmony of the square knot, D knot and another square knot, this harmony is already a little lost, right? But actually we can bring it up. Take a good look. If I bring it back, I can take this work more down. You see it? All right. So I can bring it more down. It all depends on personal taste. Now we pull it all together, really nicely together. And here you have it. So now it is already with this structure respected. Of course, there is a certain twisting here, you know, but well, it's not much noticeable. And when we get these more closed, can close these more, and we have to close these more. So some people will use it like this. This one is twisted. So this one is twisted, we have to untwist it. Alright, it's another form. It's another form. So we can keep it free, we can bound it with a certain distance, or with less distance, or with more distance. It depends on what we really want and like, how we like this. But the work is this. The harmony of the work of the medallion. The medallion for the work is this. Now this is what gives the ring, right? If we make it really small, in that gold line, we have a ring, a beautiful ring. How marvelous! We say a ring, say much other wider applications, right? So I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial. Here you see it. This is always a good idea to pass it, to keep it in place. This one is in place. This one is in place. This one has a tendency to come out. So perhaps I did not pull it perfectly well. So thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this. And see you in our next videos. And well, take this as my present to the knot. These two knots and inside of around this is my present to the knot itself, my contribution for the knot evolution, and a present, of course, for all macrame artists in YouTube channels. Thank you.